I want to talk about McCain, Senator McCain, and his passing, and also compare it to what happened in history and some remarks. When McCain was alive, I totally hated this senator, and I thought that he was the Iranian people's number one enemy, and probably will cause millions of Iranians to get killed, or has already caused directly or indirectly death of many Iranian soldiers and bombing of Iranian cities. The When Bush was in power, the U.S. military and McCain was a very influential person. They helped Saddam Hussein with chemical weapons and strengthened him with newer weapons, and this caused the war to become prolonged, and many Iranians got killed at chemical attacks. Then he was instrumental in Iraq war, starting it. Many people got killed. Also, I think secretly he was the one who started and promoted and financed, weaponized ISIS and the Wahhabi criminals in Afghanistan and other parts of the world. I think him and Mrs. Clinton were the two major influence in the war in Syria, and also in destabilizing and overthrowing the elected government of Ukraine. I think with all the instigations and all the war making that he had done, that the Americans in the United States are extremely lucky that somebody just didn't pull the plug on the United States and nuke the fuck out of a city or many bases. Because Russia, I don't know how Russia didn't nuke the United States when Ukraine government was overthrown. It shows a lot of restraint, a lot of patience, a lot of foresight on the part of the Russians or Putin. I think they really didn't want a war. This is because the Russian economy was getting so much better, and the Russians, they wanted to get on with their life after communism, and they didn't want all these wars that the U.S. stages. And I have read many prayers in the temple asking God to kill this senator or kill this general, and it would have been better if it had happened many years ago, before he managed to do all this stuff. And if we go back in history, he was, I don't know if he was instrumental in starting and promoting Korean War, or in the Vietnam War. Or in the Korean War, 4 million Koreans died, and in the Vietnam War, 2 million died. And then all these other little wars, the Libya and what's the other one? Yemen and Syria and Afghanistan and Iraq. This general, I think that the foreign governments should have used some type of nuclear devices to deal with U.S. military and with McCain. The fact that it didn't happen all these years with all these provocations and all these wars that McCain had started and promoted or financed, it's very strange. And I don't know if this good luck will continue, but I think that several U.S. presidents were afraid of him. He just was very entrenched in the U.S. military, and the deep state is really McCain and crew. Then also, if I was American government officials or politicians, I would make some effort to find out that if he has really died, or if he or if we have done something to start the cascades of events, like for example, have Donald Trump impeached for a fact and then skipping town or hiding in some underground city that they had built. Also, McCain was a fantastic thief, and there were rumors that he had stolen $9 trillion through aviation industries like Marietta, and there is more rumors and allegations. You hear this in USA Watchdog and other sites that 21 trillion is missing. Well, if you add 21 trillion from DOD and 9 trillion from McCain, that's 30 trillion. That's a lot of money. But I want to just give an example of how much money this is. I was reading a site that some researchers from Australian university were developing a bionic eye, and somebody had donated to them seed money to develop this very sophisticated bionic eye, which is like interfaces with the brain, and you can see images. Actually, I built one, but they were trying to make it more, have more pixels or something like that. And the amount of money that these researchers from the university were getting, or the seed money that was there, was like peanuts in comparison to the money that McCain and the U.S. military has squandered in war. They were getting like something like $3 million. This is like several years ago. I don't know how much they're getting now, and there are many researchers that are working on that. They're getting some money from the university for teaching, and they're also developing this technology. And that's a very nice, sophisticated technology that interfaces with the human body. I mean, well, we could talk about quantum computers or other sophisticated technologies, but I just wanted to show you how much in a scale of things that McCain has squandered of Americans' money and resources, and how much damaging it has been to world economy, and the fact that he was so entrenched in the U.S. military, and even really good popular politicians were afraid of him and didn't want to go against him. For example, Obama was afraid of him, and he just let the Syria war go on and on and dragged on for many years through Clinton and McCain. It's really sad. After the fall, after the Stalin died, I don't know if it was Malenko or Khrushchev, and the people were still carrying on with the propaganda that Stalin has talked about. And finally, I think it was Khrushchev, he got really sick of it. He came out and said, no, he wasn't a very good person. He was a big mass murderer, okay? I'm telling you this, I'm his replacement, but why don't you stop this bullshit with singing his praises? Somebody should tell CNN and all these delusional people, why don't you stop? He's dead. And he was cause for a lot of people getting killed, and a lot of our money and lives are also got squandered in the process. Isn't it a good time to stop praising this idiot? And also McCain was prisoner of war, and he cooperated as a prisoner with the Vietnamese. I think many vets, they call him Viet Cong songbird, which means he gave whatever information that the Vietnamese wanted in exchange to be treated well, get a better lunch, or not to get beat up. Just very contrary to being a soldier, having morals, and the desire to destroy foreign governments and foreign people. It was just very shady as a politician and as a soldier. There isn't much redeeming spiritual qualities about him. I'm sure that in the purgatory or in the hell, if it ever freezes over, he will have to answer for a lot of things he has done. I still have some doubts if he's really dead. Usually in the Muslim tradition, they say that somebody who's very evil, they live a long life, and we should investigate to see if there is some evidence that conclusively show his death. I think that China and Russia, they exercise tremendous restraint. Desire to not to get into a world war was very strong in these other superpowers, and I don't know. McCain had bad energy, karma. I was reading in one of the incidences that happened about him. They had visited some base or something. There were a bunch of firemen that they were stationed there, and then when he was due to visit the place, some fire happened, and many firemen, they got incinerated to death. Usually, like, someone has a lot of karma, but they carried that killed a lot of people. He carries this karma, and where he's going to be, the karma comes out. People get killed, even when it's totally irrelevant to the crap that he had done, or there might not be any cause or any reason. Our universe is governed by spiritual laws, and the karma just kind of shows up. I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly, like, some base or U.S. major city gets nuked because some foreign government is very pissed off of the stuff that McCain has done. Also, if Trump gets assassinated, or if he doesn't get elected, or he's out of the picture, all these idiots that have been doing nothing but militancy and militarism and going from campaign to campaign, from country to country, they are all the rank and file in U.S. military and U.S. government. And as the Persian saying goes, the soup will be the same and the cup will be the same, which means that there is every chance that the United States will get into nuclear confrontations with just about anybody, the Iranians or the Koreans or the Russians or Chinese. They have a lot of bad karma, and it's not just Clinton or stupid McCain. Again, also at the end, I want to read you a Persian expression that not to put too much hope in Trump or what he may or may not do. The Persian expression goes like this: the springtime does not come with one flower. Okay, just because one president is making effort to shut down this military establishment doesn't mean that it will work, or the next president or the next administration is gonna not go back to this same shit. Okay, because the rank and file and all the people that have grown up, they were paid and they did all this stuff, and the karma and the thinking is all there, is the same thing. Okay, thank you for being my YouTube channel. My stuff is really research, and also it wouldn't hurt for you to think for yourself, like Salenta says. Okay, don't buy other people's propaganda and trash. Thank you very much.